Well, I still need music from you.
I still need a freaking score from the guy that you were doing jazz with. So I could
Yeah, I
sing
don't know
along.
what happened to him.
Well, it's too bad. I was really looking to put out my voice and give some people something to listen to. Something more than my incessant yammering.
Incessant is definitely accurate.
Oh, don't think I'm unaware of my personality traits. I know exactly what I'm doing. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I was testing you. So, how have your weeks been? It's been a while since we've started this up.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Moving sucks.
Yeah, no, I know that. Now, try moving directly after making funeral plans.
Jesus.
Yep! This is why I couldn't go last week. Need to open the stream of the Twitches. Luckily, it's apparently only 3 button presses away. Oh hey, Twitch is giving a new loot for Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh my.
Yeah, that damn thing has been all over the place.
Yeah,
And
you
there's
know, Raid Shadow Legends. We're not sponsored, but you know what? We'll just say the name.
Don't try them out. Another one I've noticed is Arc Knights a lot.
My YouTube is full of Art Knights. What's it called? Commercials.
Is that the new one?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, and their a commercial I saw this morning as I was going to sleep I watched a video, and they're literally doing something that is extremely illegal.
What is it?
Their ad was some, I don't know if it was an actual streamer or, one of those fake setup ones, but it's like they're just showing him constantly winning the random loot boxes, always getting the top one. That's
yeah.
very much illegal.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh my.
How?
It's false advertisement and, not disclosing that you purposely are, you're fudging the chances for this guy to get these great drops. It's a form of manipulation.
I mean, I don't disagree. That is absolutely a form of manipulation. I just don't see how it's illegal.
False advertisement.
I mean, it's not technically false advertisement if that's something you can get.
No, it's false advertisement of the chances for the drops.
Where did they advertise the chance for the drops during that?
When you're showing... I'm not going to bother arguing this.
I mean, if I'm hearing that there's a guy winning something, all I'm hearing is that there's a chance to win it. I have not been told that there's any good or bad chance for it. Just that you can win it. That's all I'm getting from that. So,
Yes.
how's your day going?
Pretty good.
Oh god, someone loaded Shrek into the top thing.
What?
Kill it with fire.
Just gonna do that. There you go.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Rozim, and this is Tales of Miraleth Dungeons and Dragons. I will turn it over now to our enemy turned slightly less enemy, Magna. Why is he muted?
I don't know. I messaged him. Like, he's been muted for like the past, like, this entire opening.
There, I put him in timeout. Fine, we'll turn it over to Crag.
Why me, man? I'm sick.
No, you're smart.
No. That is a lie.
Okay.
I don't remember any.
Fine, we'll turn it over to Moriarty.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tales of Miraleth. It's been...
Okay, I take that back. Elliman.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to Tales of Miraleth.
Okay, you're terrible too. Not really. Go ahead and continue.
I don't know what else to say.
Perms too? I do have perms.
Fine, Moriarty, take it on.
Alright, as I was saying, hello everybody, welcome back to Tales of Miraleth after a bit of a hiatus due to life being life.
No one remembers anything.
Yes, as such, it's my job as your local dungeon master to bring everybody back up to speed. So, a quick recap of literally everything.
You don't really remember anything, do you?
The party came to Miraleth from the Faerun as sort of an immigration to a new land, seeking out all sorts of adventures. They've gone through many trials and tribulations from the cities of Fortitude, Farah, and now coming to Elra. Rosseforp himself has been working hard to build up a ministry of magic, working directly for the royalty to get it all officialized, whereas Crag has been recently trying his hand at magic for a gnoll who is not smart, though he has a decent intelligence score. Graham, on the other hand, was sent out to this nation in lieu of his sort of cult-like I don't know what the proper word for it. Clan. Like clan to spread their influence, but is starting to slowly find that such a thing may not be in his best interests. Kai the bear continuously follows Crag for reasons unknown.
You know, I gotta say, why? So, Graham was in this cult, this clan thing. Is he really a Skaven?
No.
I don't know. Everything you've described about them sounds right up there with the Skaven.
It's probably very similar, but
Except they're kind of deviated from what they were actually supposed to be doing.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
They
were supposed to be more like bodyguards from the shadows, and then they just kind of went rogue.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I think you're just evil.
Anywho, Snowy functions as Graham's familiar, and is one of the ways in which his original clan keeps tabs on him, so to speak. Though not really. And we have Zyre, the druid. No one knows Zyre's story yet. Not even me.
Nope.
Does Zyre have a story?
I know Zyre's story.
Zaire is very quiet and minds to himself because everyone else in this party is crazy.
Fire like setting things on fire.
That's all that matters for this campaign.
That's kind of weird for a druid to enjoy to enjoy arson.
What are
The
you
cleansing
talking
power of
about?
fire.
Yeah, they enjoy arson of civilized things, not uncivilized things.
Yeah, I love blowing up ships. That's what I do.
Look
Well,
at all
and
the
fire
shit.
also serves as a cleansing force in nature, so fire
does.
druid would mix.
Fire is a naturally occurring thing, ironically enough. Then we have Elemen, the party's paladin, who is probably keeping up with them simply to try and save their necks just a little bit. After all, they are trying to save the world, hopefully not condemn it.
I feel like Element is just trying to make us better people.
I think Element exists only to keep Risforn in check.
Element is Risford's Jiminy Cricket. Except that, you know, Risforn doesn't listen to him and sometimes will,
That's because Element doesn't know the true depths of Risforn's depravity yet. It's more like Jiminy Cricket is just kind of, you know, hasn't seen the nose because Pinocchio is always just looking the other way.
Pinocchio is cutting off his own nose to hide. Anywho, we also have Sidier, the blue dragonborn, but she does not appear to be here today, unfortunately. And then finally, we have Magna Amberfell, who is, for some odd reason, still muted in the wrong room. God damn it. Anywho.
Also, not related to Graham Ashfell.
Absolutely not related. Not sure how you would relate Amberfell to Ashfell. Those are two completely different names. Anywho, the former pirate of Captain Ward's crew, Captain Ward being one of the notorious sky pirates that this party defeated by dumb luck.
Literally,
it was
dumb luck.
not dumb luck. Zaire worked very hard to blow up their airship.
Yes, she had to roll one natural 20 and it was all over.
That is still working very hard.
Do you know how hard it is for this party to roll a nat 20?
Okay, that's fair. That is fair.
It's okay, Zaire. I got your back, bae. I got your back.
Anywho, with this ragtag team having come together to do such feats as return the stolen crown to the King of Fortitude, to taking down the notorious sky pirate Captain Ward, and to bring together various individuals of an ancient bloodline that is destined to break the curse that is the darkness which hails over Miraleth. They were
Wait. It's destined?
What?
You said it's destined.
Destined.
The Dusty Doll is the true evil of this world.
Man, Magna, this is a bad time for you to be muted. As GM, until Magna gets back, I can either confirm nor deny that Dusty may or may not be ultimate evil.
I definitely don't think Dusty is evil. Maybe chaos incarnate, but not evil.
Hold on, I'm just gonna give me 1 second here. I'm just gonna.
You're gonna.
Should someone pop
yeah.
into the other room? Oh, he also has it deafened.
Hey, would you mind helping me out with this? I'm currently spamming Dusty. Oh, what? No.
My God.
I moved him
I mean,
back up.
Oh,
He's not actually there.
No, he's still muted and deafened.
He's just T-posing with Sidier.
I did not approve of this T-posing. You are here. You were on time. Why are you muted?
You realize that it may not work if he's got the Discord muted. It's better off if you message him in PM.
Send a carrier pigeon at
I
20.
have messaged him in PM too. I'm just trying to get that little red marker to pop up so he looks down at his phone. He's like, oh, I've got 19 new messages in Tales of Miraleth chat. What the heck? What?
The Dusty Doll did not approve of those messages. Don't worry, guys. We'll actually get started one of these hours.
Yeah, no, probably the next hour. Just to give me more time to throw some more unexpected things at you. I'm making this a fun dungeon, guys. No, the dungeon is already done. It's a dungeon.
I would like to know how you're gonna pry the party away from their town things to go into a dungeon.
Oh, very simple. The town requires it of them.
That doesn't. Have you met our party? Just because the town requires something of us doesn't mean that we're gonna do it.
My God, you people are like herding cats. I spend my time breaking my back, setting up a dungeon for you, and you're all against me before I can even get to it.
I'm just saying, like herding cats is literally the DM's job. You have to know how you're going to make the players do things if you want to put them on a railroad.
When have you people ever assumed that I am a good DM?
I
haven't
didn't
said
say
you
you
were a
have
good
to.
DM.
I didn't say you were a good DM necessarily. I just said that it's part of the DM's job.
Anywho, before I like have the frickin' town guard beat you all over the head with maces for literally no reason. The party was last left off appeasing to the city council, mainly Rosseforp, to get himself a place set aside for the Ministry of Magic to be hailed as an official legislation, of which I believe was successful. So, the
I think it was
party,
successful.
yes, the party would be waking up the next morning in a tavern, as I do recall. A tavern's room was purchased for at least several of the individuals, I believe Magna and Graham?
Yes,
I
we are
don't
at
know.
the same one.
Yes.
I don't know about the others, but
Just for the sake of simplicity, everyone else met up back at said tavern, so everyone is together currently. And a new day breaks, and everyone is allowed to once again rouse themselves awake. Though if anyone is to continue to the main floor of the tavern, where, you know, there are the tables and drinks and such, they would find a messenger waiting who looks rather tired, but didn't want to apparently wake the party.
I was expecting you to get hijacked by the town guard. This is much nicer.
No, though, why would the town guard hijack you?
You know, for official business. It's kind of like when the government like kidnaps people and be like, okay, you're a secret agent now. Goodbye.
Hashtag secret agent, man. But whoever is first awake may choose to interact.
It'd probably be Graham. So how would Graham realize that this messenger is like looking for them among other things?
He would approach.
Okay. Yes, who are you?
He just offers you a letter that has a sort of official seal stamped wax.
Graham looks at it very confused. What is this?
It's a letter from the Lord Regent.
Okay. You know, you could have said that.
He Glances down at you. Thought it'd be obvious.
You do realize that not everyone knows the seal of every member of nobility, correct?
There's only one seal of nobility here.
Yes, and people can be from not from here.
And so then you let us?
Yes.
You don't seem like a noble.
No, I do not. Alright, Graham's gonna open up the letter.
The letter is stating it's a fairly official request of presence for the group to meet with the king back at his keep. Seemed as though he has some sort of task for you all to do.
Graham looks at this very confused, as the Lord Regent whatever did not seem like the person to really do anything official. He seemed very casual the entire time they were talking.
These are strange times we live in.
Graham will wait and flag down the next person from the party that wakes up.
Graham can hear Risforn snoring loudly in his room.
Graham does not care. He's not looking for people who are sleeping. This tavern is probably full of people who are sleeping.
Sire will come downstairs.
Graham will approach. Hey, Zyre, we got a message from the Lord Regent, and he wants to see us. What's his name?
The Lord Regent, Sir Gunford Kyton of Elva, as it is so eloquently signed at the bottom of the letter.
So his first name is Gunford.
That is correct.
So yeah, Gunford wants to see us.
Well, as far as nobility goes, I guess we could do worse.
That we could. I mean, just look at the King of Fortitude. Such an ass. So I wonder if we should wake the rest of the party up.
Probably.
So I assume you do so.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone else who is not currently awake, which includes Magna, who will not unmute himself, God damn it, and Elman and Rispon and Craig and maybe Kai. Not sure if you want to test your luck there. All would be, I assume, shaken awake or just lightly slapped in the face. And by lightly, I mean harshly. In the case of at least one of those individuals.
Is the Risthorn you're implying that happens to Risthorn?
Listen, you're the individual's king. Yeah, I have no control over your actions.
I mean, I don't really think Graham would be helping with this. He would have just suggested, and the most he would do is just not bang on the door loudly.
Desire's not burning the house down. So, Rishforn, Craig, Element, the three of you are rather rudely awakened to this morning's light as you first awake to either clamoring doors or soft, gentle nudges or a slap to the face, whatever they choose to do. I have no control over it.
Well, it depends on how exactly Risforn was awoken. That is important information.
How are you gentlemen going about waking Risforn in particular?
Again, I already said what Graham does. If they don't wake up, Graham will basically wait like 15 minutes after he's banged on all the doors and leave for the to see Gunford.
Desire will go and wake up the bear.
He's gonna wake up the bear.
Yes.
Zyra, roll me animal handling.
Try not to fail because the bear might eat you.
Okay, you manage to wake up Kai, and Kai gives a sort of roar of like, well, not really a roar, but more of just a like loud bear grunt of just being bothered awake and not really wanting to be awake. But she does softly get up and look at you and seem confused as to why you're not Craig.
I'm going to tell her to go wake up Craig.
Another animal handling roll, please. Just so. She doesn't seem to understand a word you say until you say Craig, and at which point she begins to make her way up to Craig, sniffing out his scent. She's able to make it up the stairs and into the hallway, but the door is too small for her, so she begins to claw at the door and give a soft roaring sound to Craig inside.
My work here is done.
Crag wakes up to see his bear and tries to calm her down and get her to stop.
Seeing you, of course, Kai would very much return to a calm state and would be happy to see you, though she, of course, shows the signs of being hungry.
I go down to see if I can buy some meat for her.
Hey, Dusty's back, by the way.
Hey.
Welcome back, Dusty.
You missed a lot of conversation about you in particular that I'm here for.
Did I?
Yes!
Yeah, we were debating whether the true evil of this world is secretly hidden in the Dusty doll.
I can't make a strong case against it, but consider he's dancing.
Anyway, everyone's
That's the
being...
perfect cover for super evil.
Magna, everyone's being woken up by knocks to their door. Assuming you would wake up to that, as there has been a letter sent from the Lord Regent Sir Gunford Chiton summoning the party.
Fine, I guess I'll answer to a noble. I guess.
Elamin does wake up and he simply proceeds to put on his armor and get out to join the rest.
Rosseforp will be the last one out. Stretching and looking around. What's going on?
We're gonna go see Gunford. He wants to see us about something.
Who?
The king guy.
I don't like the king.
Nobody likes the king.
Why would I want to go see the king? I thought he hated me and I hate him.
I mean, if you want the Ministry of Magic, this might be a good way to, keep it up and running here and not have it harassed by the nobility.
The king already approved it.
That doesn't.
Take that back.
Yeah, you're assuming that he can't do things to be like, okay, nope.
Okay, let me put it this way. The guy in this town is not the king.
Well, Lord Regent, whatever. Essentially the same thing.
Now, there's a difference.
There is a difference.
You're also talking. We're also talking about Graham here.
This is true. We're also talking about Graham.
And when you say king, he thinks the guy in Fortitude. Which is why he's not really eager to, travel however many days back and figure out what the hell the guy wants, only to turn him down.
The King of
and-
Fortitude is not named Gunther. Gunther.
I'm not sure Risfarn ever knew his first name.
He says it every time he says his entire title, like
The
Sir
Lord
Gunford.
Gunford Chiton.
Yes, he said it several times.
It's literally written on the letter that you have too. Here, I'll type it in chat just to drive it home.
The Lord Regent Sir Gunford Chiton.
I need coffee before we do anything.
Or is it Kitan?
It's Chiton.
Where's my coffee?
It seems like you'd ask one of the tavern workers for, and not your party members.
Yes, you do not have any coffee in your inventory, but you do have several crates of tea strapped to your bear. I'm sure any British individual would be proud.
They're still strapped to Kai
Yeah.
after all this time?
No one took them off.
We added to them
Does
when
being
we.
exposed to all this tea make Kai British?
Kai has slowly grown a monocle.
And somehow manages to like roar and growl in a British accent.
How would that even sound like?
A rar ooh woo.
Oh no.
You're not really sure why, but like all the roars and growls sound like way more sophisticated, even though they're not necessarily.
Anywho, to continue. Are y'all heading out?
Yes. Oh well.
Graham will.
I am.
After Risfarn gets his coffee.
Risforn is able to. Of
Graham
course-
doesn't wait for Risforn to get his coffee.
Element just go ahead and goes to the bartender to get the coffee for him, so they can.
Dusty appears with a crown made of a coffee filter. Subjects. I'm Coffee King, King of Coffee.
Risforn, this is the point where you kneel to your king.
Coffee is not my king.
It is your lord at the very least.
No, tea is. Coffee is just a
No.
means to an end.
You bastard. How dare you use me like this? I'll have you reported to social services.
I will eat you.
You may try. The bear tried, and I still exist.
But do you?
Yes, I do.
Are you certain of that?
Yes. In
What?
fact, I'm going to get another crown. A bigger one that's fancier. It'll doodle on it too.
What proof do you have that you actually exist?
Well, I mean, I cut your hair while you were sleeping. It's still cut. It's still cut.
Well, seeing as how I don't have hair, clearly not.
You're covered in hair.
I am covered in fur, thank you very much.
Fur is
Nah.
hair.
A blasphemer like you doesn't deserve to be quantified with fur. You have hair, excessive amounts of hair.
I have very fine fur, thank you very much.
Yes, it's going to decorate my next round. Speaking of which, and he leaves.
I think he's just observing what's happening, not not having a expression.
Magna just looks over. Does this always happen? What is he? What is that? I
don't
didn't
know.
ask before, but it's weird.
I'm 90% certain that it doesn't actually exist.
Oh, mass hallucination, you say?
Basically.
That's how they get you.
Hey, you kind of got cut off there. Could you say again what you were saying?
Who?
You said mass hallucination.
But yeah, it's basically just a mass hallucination. It's
to get going.
best to just ignore the thing.
Graham has already left. Graham's gonna arrive like 15 minutes before everyone else.
Graham, you see the large white tiger that is Gunford Kyken, and he smiles to you and gives you a concerned look. Where's everyone else?
I'm sure they'll come eventually. Possibly.
Crag would be following Graham.
Well, I didn't send an official summons for the hopes of eventually. I thought it would give you some urgency.
You'd think that, but
I mean, I'll go.
Risforn will show up after just a few minutes. Still carrying his mug of coffee.
Enemy is right behind him, looking exasperated.
Yes, Ira will be arriving with Rosforn as well.
I assume Magna and everyone else shows up, so he seems to be pleased once he actually sees more people showing up, and gives his hands, just a nice little clap together, being the big, strong individual he is. Right. Well, I've got a task for all of you, and it is one that is fairly important to me. Are you all awake?
I was
awake,
waiting.
Mr.
I was waiting for
Regent.
you to continue. I didn't realize that you were trying to get a reply. I thought you were just gonna
I've
tell
just
us what you
noticed that
wanted.
some of you are still drinking from the tavern, I see. He looks at Rosseforp specifically.
Well, you want me up at this time? I'd eat coffee.
He's nocturnal. Don't worry about him.
Whatever. Recently, a good man has passed away, and I'm setting up his funeral processions. However, the crypt that has been set aside for him has been getting reports of having various fiends and the like inside of it. I need to make sure that there's not some sort of bandit encampment in there, or someone's using it for something they're not supposed to before we have a proper funeral, of course.
Alright, so you made the crypt way ahead of time, and then you left it alone?
There are many crypts that are made ahead of time that are made available by gravekeepers for purchase. This one was purchased long before his time as his means of guarantee of the afterlife, so to speak.
Crypts are often owned by families, and just kind of all the members of the family get added to it.
Normally, that is true. In this case, he bought it for himself and some of his soldiers. Most of his soldiers passed before he did.
Oh, so you're saying that we've got to go put down his former soldiers?
No, they're dead.
No.
Yeah, we gotta
There
put
are
them down
things
again.
such as zombies.
Well, that will be a case-by-case basis. They might just be very old.
It would be very weird for them to be living in the crypt if they were just old.
Never underestimate the spite of the elderly.
That seems more like more like something a someone wanting to become a necromancer might do.
Have you seen retirement homes? They live on vengeance alone.
Anywho, I need you all to go inside the crypt and just make sure that everything's on the up and up. Simple task. I'm almost certain there's probably going to be a bandit or something in there. Grave keepers can't take care of everything. They're not soldiers after all.
What if this is something that like a necromancer? What happens if it's like more than just your run-of-the-mill bandits?
Well, in said case, if you're hoping to save the world, I'm sure a simple necromancer is something you can easily take care of.
I'm asking because you know, clearing out some pesky bandits is one thing, but I feel as though like if we have to murder a horde of necromancers or whatever, I think we should get some kind of reward if there's something bad enough in there. Just asking. If in that case, how are we going to be compensated?
If you can bring me back proof of large resistance from clearing out a simple crypt, then I will make sure that I pay you accordingly.
Okay. I mean, no offense to you, Gunford, but we've seen some shit, and we kind of, at this point, I'm kind of convinced that things go very wrong very quickly.
This is fair to assume. As the old adage goes, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Anywho, any further questions?
Crypts have traps and keys that are needed to open doors safely. How intact should we leave this place as the guest of honor has yet to enter the building?
Fairly. This shouldn't have any traps, or at least if it does have traps. I haven't personally looked over the floor plans for it. If it does have traps, none of them should be set yet.
Alright. Just curious. Just that we should, leave the doors on their hinges and whatnot.
That would be preferable, yes.
Alright. Sounds
If-
simple enough.
If the worst case scenario that you are describing comes to fruition, then we can always replace a stone slab of a door. Or a
Neat.
metal gate. The less collateral damage you do is more preferred, though. Any additional questions?
No, I think that'll do it.
What is the
Alright,
airspeed velocity of a coconut-laden swallow?
I will throw you off a bridge.
Well, is it an African or European swallow?
African.
You're not supposed to know that part.
I believe it would be 7 miles an hour. Granted, favorable wind speeds.
All jokes to written plays aside. Is there any further questions? Any
I
further
don't have
questions
any.
that pertain to the crypt? I will take all of your silence as a resounding no. So I can have one of my guards escort you on the way. There's going to be a nice little wake for the individual in question. He was a good soldier, knew him all his life. Someone has messaged me. Who dares to message me in the midst of D&D? It is... Oh. Never mind.
So how long do we have to clear said crypt?
As long as you clear it by this evening, should be fine. That should
Today.
Yes. It's not exactly a massive crypt, from my understanding.
Fair enough.
Alright then.
Are you good to be sent now, or are you going to spring last-minute questions on me again?
No, I think we can go.
Alright, much appreciated. You're doing me all a great favor. Nonetheless, I'll make sure you're compensated either way. And he gestures you out to one of the dog guards who, were previously clones, but now have seemed to have been reassembled in Elra fashion. Still kind of creepy clones, but at the same time, they at least seem to have personality and a sense of singularity between themselves.
So
Not singularity, but
individuality.
Okay, good.
that's the word I was looking for. You're very smart.
Individuality.
But you would be eventually led to a graveyard that is a little bit of a distance from the main keep. It would actually be outside the main city walls, but just outside. There's a nice green sort of pasture type area in which they keep the various graves of elderly individuals. Very nice, very tidy. They clearly respect their dead. You are eventually led to a crotchety old man who is a gravedigger. This individual actually appears to be human. That very rare race that comes up once in the blue moon.
Oh my god, a human!
My god.
They do exist!
You've seen humans before. In fact, there was a human noble previously in Fortitude that you had caught a glimpse of.
The prophecy is true.
Nobility doesn't count. They're all lies.
Those are technically pigs, thank you.
Those are bald apes, and I won't hear anything to the contrary.
Anywho, he's definitely getting up there in years as he, his whole body shakes as he moves along with a stick of sorts he's using as a wall.
Why would this man have not retired at this point?
Spite.
You're right.
Is that loud?
Yes, of course he said that out loud.
I didn't ask. Graham didn't ask that question out loud.
Okay.
That was
Okay,
me
then.
asking. That was me asking the question of how can
Then I
one be a
cannot
gravedigger with that kind of body?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Some people just won't give up until they die.
It would take him like 8 years to dig a single grave at this point if he's as feeble as you're telling us he is.
He is incredibly feeble, and it does raise some questions, but there are answers somewhere, of which you may find some time, or maybe you will go about your day and never ask again. But there are answers. Anywho, he eventually leads you to the crypt and gestures you on inside.
Is it already evening by the time we reach the crypt?
No, it is still very freshly morning. If you were to look at the sun, it's early mid-morning. The sun has risen maybe 3 hours ago by the time you all arrive there. Any further actions before you enter the crypt?
I would like to pull out. I would like to pour out some of the tea from the barrels on Kai. I'm gonna pour it into my mug that I had the coffee in.
Okay. I believe technically you've only got chai tea leaves. I think you need water for that.
I'm pretty sure that they're
I
filled
was
with
already
actual
brewed.
chai tea
It was already brewed.
Okay. Okay.
and magically protected against spoiling.
Thank you for reminding me. Then yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, he's just filling up his mug and gonna.
Actually, as DM, I'm gonna step in. Just say it's not allowed. Just to spite you. No, I'm kidding. You can go ahead.
Well, fine. I will stop role playing. You
Like,
brought
takes
this
the
on
nail,
yourself!
starts filing nails.
Welcome to Combat Hour. Anywho, you're allowed to pour yourself a cup of chai tea. It gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever.
Well, but input always gives you stats puts. Don't you
Liars!
play RPG?
The heck was that?
Don't worry about it.
Any further actions before proceeding inside?
Magna files his nails.
Magna gets a +1 to unarmed damage.
Oh, neat. Not really.
No, yeah, not really.
No,
Alright.
I mean, that doesn't have anything to do. He's
You're
simply-
all ushered inside except for Kai, as Kai cannot fit through the sort of narrow doorway that leads down into the crypt.
So you really just have a bear.
He really just has a bear.
And it's not like a druid or something. It's just a bear. It's just...
Yes, Kai is a bear and likes Crag. What's so hard to understand about this?
It's a fucking bear, mate.
Crag gives Kai a chew toy bone thing that to chew on while they're.
It accidentally turns out to be Dusty again.
No,
Regicide!
we might need Dusty.
Dusty the doll?
Yes, for the bardic inspiration.
Oh yeah, the doll does give you bardic inspiration. To be fair, the doll can also be everywhere and anywhere at any point it wants to be, so.
It does seem omnipresent.
Only within the party, though.
True. Curious that it that it does that.
The doll is either God or the devil.
You decide.
Well, I know it's not God, because that's me.
So he's the devil.
I am always with you, Moriarty.
All right, let's continue before we get sidetracked any longer.
Yes. I will go ahead and share the map if you wish to continue role-playing about asking why Craig has a frickin' bear. Go ahead, but go ahead and place yourself on the map once I reveal. Where is the button to reveal? How do I share the map these days? Oh, there we go. They changed the emblems on me.
Dun 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 dun.
Fantasy Grants had a little updatey. So feel free to put yourselves wherever fitting on the map.
You have to put us down and then.
Yeah.
Oh, this is awkward. This is really awkward. Continue role playing. Continue role playing.
So,
No,
like, how long
you
have
stopped
had
me
this
from role
bear?
playing.
He's had it as long as we've known him.
And how
Craig
long
says
is
I've
that?
had bear since bear was cub.
Oh, it's hand raised. Alright, I can believe it a little bit more now.
I saved bear. Kai is my good friend.
How
And yet the bear has
smart
still
is Kai?
Well, Kai seems pretty smart, except when she, just randomly, sat on a person, killed them, and then ate them.
Kai is still a bear. Smart bear, but still bear.
Right, still a bear. So, I should not ask it to play poker sometime.
Wait, sat on a person.
You can try.
Wait,
That would
I
be
sat
an
on a.
amazing story. Don't even get me
Oh wait,
started.
no wait.
I played
No,
poker with a bear.
Never mind. Graham doesn't know about that. No wait. No, Graham knows that Kai ate someone. I remember him being very angry about that.
It's too bad Moriarty isn't here. Moriarty would tell you very specifically it's not impressive that you played poker with a bear.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Enemy is kind of confused when he hears that. Kai ate somebody. Ooh.
I mean, we fought a lot of people. There have been plenty of dead bodies laying around for Kai to eat.
I think he means specifically the one that she kind of slept on.
Oh, she smothered somebody, did she? Is it I don't know bear gender.
It doesn't matter. Kai has bear permit.
No,
I
not
do has bear permit. Craig gets really excited and pulls out his permit.
Wasn't the permit on Kai like as a collar kind of thing?
I have a paper permit, and she has a tag that goes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't even know what bear papers look like, but I guess this looks official.
Magna, if Craig, are you showing him the bear permit papers?
Yes, I pulled them out.
Magna, you would notice that they are done in the style of fortitude.
These, you might need to get new papers, new place and all that. Fortitude use bear permit? The
Craig frowns, but bear permit.
It's not eligible everywhere. Just like in some places, you have to trade your money for the local currency.
Craig is very confused. I've never done that.
I bet you haven't.
Your
Most
precious
people
metal.
don't argue with just bears, though.
I mean, to be fair, Magna, I'm pretty sure gold is accepted everywhere as currency.
Some people are weird. Lizard folk for teeth and bones. Not. Well, then those are more remote villages, though. They were a one-off.
I'm pretty sure that they're not going to exchange I'm pretty sure they don't have an exchange program for that currency.
No, you have to loot their neighbors, and then you can trade with them.
Alright, so this crypt.
Just for a note, a little bit of world building, especially for Magna, since he would have lived here. Magna, you would know that the city of Al-Sheath is actually a rather prominent lizard community that does some trade in things like spices and whatnot. They don't do teeth and bones, though.
Well, he was more talking tribals.
Fair enough. Anyway, the party has entered the first room of the crypt. It seems to be a sort of area that could be set aside for a number of things, though it just seems to be an empty room at the moment. Perhaps they are planning to decorate it with something else at some point, but there are two doors, one leading to the south of the room and one leading to the east of the room.
Well, who dares wins. Let's move. And he's gonna check out this door.
Graham is going to leave Snowy here to kind of keep an eye on the other door just to make sure they don't get, like if there's bandits coming in from this way, they're just like, oh, hey, people are here.
So why do you have just a regular bunny?
It's not really a regular rabbit. It's a familiar.
Oh, you're a magic boy. That's right, you blasted me. I almost forgot about that.
So you can see just a long extending corridor, and then there seems to be down the way, you can see a bit of a corridor starting to extend down the opposite direction.
That seems reasonable.
Ristform's gonna open this door.
And the party split immediately.
No, not splitting. Just want to have our backs checked.
As you slowly slide the door open, you are met with, hey, another door.
Suspicious.
You know I can communicate with Snowy, right? Like, we won't get snuck up on from this direction.
Oh, well then, alright. Onwards!
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
And Snowy will go invisible.
And then the doors slowly shut.
And sit in this corner. Oh wait, the door's automatically shut?
No.
They're just tilted slightly. Not an A+ job, this crypt.
A gentle breeze slammed. Okay, I'll leave it open.
Alright,
Since
now what we
Snowy's
got
there,
around this corner?
You peek around the corner.
Certainly.
and You find. But what other than?
More hallway.
Yes.
How dim is it in here?
Fairly
Incredible.
dim. It's kind of hard to see. You might need to light a torch.
Crag casts dancing lights.
Crag casts magic. If only Ristform was in the hallway, he might be proud.
Well,
Don't worry, Graham is proud of Crag.
Why is Sidious here? Sidious not here.
You put
Alright.
him there.
let's check out door number 1, why don't we?
All right. The pirate, seeming to be, as he always is, the ballsy gentleman he is, slowly opens the door and sees a figure crouching over a sort of half table of sorts. As the light starts to shine in the room, it instantly turns around and bears sharp teeth and fangs. I'm going to need a roll for initiative.
IRS, pay your taxes. Pay your taxes.
Well, he's still invisible. Yeah,
Wow, Crag
Why
is...
is there a very high-tech panel in here?
That's not a high-tech panel.
It looks like one.
That is various spices, incense, an urn.
It's just a lot of things on a table.
Yeah.
Also,
Is it like a
Jesus
mummification
Christ.
table?
No. This room
Okay,
is way too
it kind of
small.
looked like... At first look, it kind of looks like, you know, a...
It looks like buttons and dials on a screen. I get you. But no,
Yeah.
that is an urn and some, various confections that are laid out that are fairly normal for, morning.
Okay.
Crag is still caught up in concentrating on his spell. He's not ready for combat at all.
Craig gets stunned by his own dancing lights.
And Graham is on point, as always.
Magna looks back to the group and says, it's come to my attention that I lost almost everything when you blew up my ship. I have no armor.
And at that point, the gas goes to strike at Magna.
Yeah, that's fair.
She's little attacky.
How high did that thing roll to beat my initiative?
It's more of surprise.
I can't be surprised. Which means that my initiative should still count against that thing's initiative.
Let me put it in terms of this. Are you really able to get to a position in which you can even do anything with this cramped hallway? I know you can
If it was back where it was, I can move through allied spaces.
But what indication do you have that there is an enemy there?
I said IRS open up. Or I said IRS pay your taxes.
Okay.
I don't think this is a proper indication of there being an enemy.
Well, there's something alive to pay taxes.
I don't know. Two things are certain: death and taxes.
Well, this
All
thing
right.
clearly
Certain
didn't choose
it's gonna
death,
be-
so it chose taxes.
All right. Well, let's continue. Gasco.
Besides, you also, I could make the argument that you're not the one being surprised here, Graham.
I suppose so.
But yeah, he's going to go ahead.
Could we just get on with the fight?
Yeah.
No, I'm having fun.
Man, it's like you can't have fun these days. Anywho, he throws an attack at Magna. Go over Magna. Are you at Magna? Is that how you do that? And he misses deftly in his sort of stumbling haste to get at you.
Does he slap himself in the face?
No, he was very close to doing so, though. Graham, you just saw Claw sort of reach through the door and try and slash at Magna.
Well,
I shall move past them to here, and I shall strike at him.
You are allowed to do so.
And I shall use a cantrip. And it's not Eldritch Blast!
What? Impossible.
I know.
I don't believe you.
Inconceivable.
And to start that, I do a longsword attack.
Which spell is it?
I miss anyways, so.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Is it though?
The green flame.
Purple flame blast.
Yes. Green flame blade is what the actual thing is called, but I changed it because for like the flavor text for Graham using his powers and whatnot.
I do notice that the casting time is one action.
Yes, but it also I get a free melee attack when I use it.
Oh, okay, then that's fine. Yes.
Yes. So that's why I rolled my melee attack to see if I hit the thing. Wait, does it? What's it they say? Oh, I didn't roll it on it, so I need to re-roll anyways.
I'm sure Stacy's probably more than 10. Well, since you wanted to go ahead and roll, Zim, go ahead and give me that critical fumble.
Oh, I haven't used
Wait,
these cards
lucky point.
in forever.
Nope. Screw you. I'm using my luck point to re-roll that shit.
Take your lumps, kid.
I thought
You have a luck point?
Yes, I have a luck point because I'm a rabbit.
Oh yeah, Lucky Rabbit's Foot. You have one
Yes!
for long rest, referred to Lucky Feet. In PBH, you may re-roll one. You may re-roll a 1 once per long rest, but you must take the new result, and the new result is it.
Yes. And now, since I'm definitely hitting, now I do that. Now I do my damage because I'm pretty sure an 18 will hit this thing.
Yes, an 18 does hit.
Alright, so for the damage, do I have to roll it on the combat tracker or can I roll it on the token?
Either way, as long as it's on top of the creature you are hitting.
So, the tokens.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure I could roll it on the token. So there's that damage.
Yes,
And
because
now
it's not
I
actually
need to
on the
do-
tracker that I see.
This damage. So
Oh.
as Graham strikes this thing with his blade, purple flames will erupt from the cut mark, the gash.
The gash on the ghast makes it a ghast. As it's
My God.
Also, you might want to reveal it on the combat tracker.
Oh shit, yeah. There you go.
I hit good.
Detection is weird, I swear to God. Anywho, if that is your turn, go ahead and pass it to not Snowy. Nor Moriarty. Why is Moriarty on this?
He's omnipresent, just like Dusty.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you're also not right.
I am going to move up a little bit.
Oh.
And boom. Boom.
Do you
Boom.
just AoE? Oh no,
No,
magic missile.
Magic
I
missile.
think you
is a-
still need line of sight. Can you have line of sight from there?
Yes.
Yeah, if he leans. Like he's gotta be pressed up against this wall, but like.
Okay.
I'd say yeah.
And
Crag is also very malleable right now.
Yeah.
He could probably just push Crag against a wall to get line of sight.
Craig still
that's
doesn't
good.
know what's going on.
I'm satisfied with that.
Okay.
Alrighty then. This thing has made a big mistake. Let's see. No, hold on. Magna will swipe at it. Fair is fair, after all.
Fair is fair.
Do it. I assume I hit.
Yes, you absolutely do hit.
And once more, as a bonus action, due to two claws. And now he's going to step away.
Ow. Oh, okay.
Wait, what? Oh.
He attacked, used his bonus action, then moved.
Yes.
Now there's all of your movement that you have available, so...
What about the attack of opportunity?
I have fancy footwork. If I hit it with a melee attack, it can't hit me with an attack of opportunity.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, it does not get to strike back at Magna. And
See ya,
blows
Blighter.
as fair. And so it is now Zaire's turn.
I'm gonna move here. And
Fire.
I am going. Sorry.
What's going on?
I forgot how to use my sheet, but I found it.
Okay.
Don't worry about us. We're both sick.
Oops. Trying to edit some things.
Is it the Karoma?
Unlikely, but possible.
Fair. That absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage as your flame burns it.
I'm gonna give you all the Corona through the mic.
Is this thing? Oh my god, this thing's not dead. It just barely seems to hold on, standing there in shambles as you burn it. But it's still standing.
Okay, and my turn.
Yeah. The creature responds, looking directly back at you, having, absolutely just making burning pain exist within it. It goes to slash out at you angrily. Hold is that Zaya? What's your AC?
13.
Oh! So, yeah, okay, that hits then. I was like, huh, that feels low. Never mind. Applies a Constitution save, which you do not make. So, you get taken damage, as well as the effect placed upon you. As its claws drag against your skin, you notice that this ghast is something very sinister, and you find yourself almost paralyzed with fear of something going through your flames, living, and then seeking its vengeance. As such, you are paralyzed in place.
Ah, shit. That didn't look very good.
No, it was not.
Don't worry, Zaire. I'll save you.
Craig, it is your turn.
Crag attempts to cast Firebolt at it.
Alright, give me a roll for that. You know, even
I
though
have to
Craig
remember how.
rolled- Even though Craig rolled a natural 1, Element somehow rolled worse.
Huh.
Roll Firebolt for you, Craig.
I have no idea how. Make a ranged spell attack? Is that just a d20?
Oh, no. See, what you would do is you would go into your... And from your character sheet, you would go down to your spells. Then near the spells, there's a little... there's like a little magnifying glass. That'll show you all the rolls associated. There's a cast. Yeah, there you go. You didn't drag it onto him, though.
Reroll.
God, it's like actually teaching Noel how to use magic.
Yeah, it actually is. You missed. Unfortunately.
Crag is still distracted by his own lights. His lights disappeared too because he broke concentration.
Lights are
Rosform
shiny. Friend is paralyzed,
Wait,
but lights are shiny.
is
Rosform would
Firebolt
like
a
to.
concentration spell? Because
No.
if it's a concentration spell, the only way to break it is if you get hit or you cast another concentration spell.
My dancing lights,
Yeah,
I
dancing.
think, would disappear.
Yeah, Dancing Lights is a concentration up to 1 minute spell.
Yeah, so you could
Also-
you can cast Firebolt and still keep dancing lights up.
Yes,
never
but
mind.
you know, for role play, Crag can drop
true.
it.
Yeah.
It's
I think
I was
still
just
paralyzed
letting him know mechanic wise he can
Yes.
still do both.
Nope, Crag is totally overwhelmed by the situation.
All
He's
right.
trying to be a good spell boy.
The lights go out, so everyone is now currently in dim light right now. The only light that's kind of like shining through is still reflecting through from the front door. Though that really doesn't affect most people here, so. Craig, is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Alright, Elman, you have a corridor filled with allies, and one of them's paralyzed.
Sorry. Give me a moment. I'm looking at something.
Okay, you should be looking at the game.
No, I'm looking at the game. I just...
Oh, okay, you're looking at your options. I got you.
Yeah. Cure wounds doesn't cure ailments, does it?
No, I don't think so. Unless it says otherwise.
No, I think it only heals health.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Creature you touch regenerates a number of hit points. Equal to 1d8 plus spellcasting. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. Yeah, it's literally just healing.
Who is the one that got paralyzed?
That would be...
Zaire.
Okay. since enemy can't really attack here, since everybody's taking a spot, enemy is simply gonna move closer and just grab Sire and take them away.
Okay. So you're picking up Zyre and moving them. Okay. What's your strength again? Just to make sure. I mean, Zyre doesn't weigh much, so yeah, you've got a +3 strength. So yeah, you can easily pick Zyre up, and carry him.
Zyre is 65 pounds, by the way.
Yeah. you
And
can
also, you might want to be careful about the attacks of opportunity from something that can paralyze you.
yeah, no, it does have an attack of opportunity if you do that.
That thing looks like it.
You
It's got
could
some
move,
nasty effects.
you could basically move and pick up Zyre.
It looks
But-
like it's
but-
trying to
but-
give Gene Simmons a run for his money.
You would not be able to move, pick up Zyre, and move a little bit more.
Okay, so
If you wanted to if you wanted to basically break combat, I'm more or less allowing you to run, do a minor action, and then basically do a dash action, sort of.
yeah. All right. So yeah.
So you can do that, but you'll take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Then I will have it roll its attack. As it swipes at you for taking away its prey, it seems very, very unhappy. How dare you? Oh, hold on, I'm just gonna slap it to its turn just so I can get the easy roll. Hey, hey Zim, I need a critical miss.
What type of attack?
This would have been a slashing.
So
Natural
melee?
weapons.
Yeah, natural weapon slashing.
Oh, natural weapon, okay. A form! You have disadvantage on melee attacks for 1d8 rounds.
He's fucked.
I don't think it's gonna live through 1d8 rounds, but okay.
Nope.
I rolled a 1d8 and the 1d8 is 1, but I think that'll do it.
Yeah, just let it get back to... Wait,
Okay.
did you skip my turn?
No, I slapped it back to the gas so I could just make the easy rolls because its rolls were hidden if it wasn't its turn. So, Kind Severe, they're in the combat tracker. Elman just finished his turn, so it's Graham's turn actually. Graham has a turn before Risk.
Is this thing magical in any way?
Don't believe so. I think it's just a type of undead, but I will double check that real quick.
I mean, undead is inherently magical.
Is it? Okay.
Okay, then I can still see it enough to hit it. Because I do not have any kind of night or low light vision.
I mean, I don't think that it would give you... It wouldn't give you good enough... The thing about detect magic, which I'm assuming is what you're referring to, it would not allow you to be able to make an attack. It would still be a disadvantage,
Sure.
just like blind fighting.
Really?
I'm pretty sure you'll have dim light
Detect
sight, though.
magic isn't pointing out... It's not like this whole thing is just glowing. It's just, you know that there is something coming from this direction. It is necromantic in nature.
Graham has arcane sight, but he
No,
does not have
I should
dim
be
light.
able to. No, it says I can see faint auras around any visible creature or object in the area. So I should. So by
But-
that.
You would still have disadvantage.
Okay.
I would agree with that, yes. Because it is a faint aura. You probably get its outlines a little bit better, but it's still kind of, you know, messing with your senses.
Hard to hit the good spots.
Exactly.
Then I'm going to light a torch then.
All right, you take an action to light a torch. A torch is lit. You can see. You're providing light to the area around you. Congratulations. It stands there and it hates you.
Well, that's my turn.
Okay. Everyone, you no longer need dim light to see.
Cool. Bloop. Bloop. Bloop.
All right. Zoom
I
for
like
the
my
overkill.
wand.
I will state for that entire last turn, he only had 3 health points. So the bursts of magic start to hit it and then pierce through it, and then the rather undead abomination begins to softly just crumble,
Well,
fade away, die.
that was grim.
Well, this is a crypt.
Yes. So,
I mean, I would like to roll to know what do I roll to determine that creature's origins.
let's cut off some piece of it so we can take it back.
I mean,
These
it's
are
really,
not bandits.
there's not really a piece of it. It's more or less disintegrated ash now.
Well, shit. Hey, Bat Boy. Zaya, was it? You okay? You
So
got...
isn't able to respond.
What do I roll to figure out what these are and where they came from and why they're here?
I think that would be knowledge arcana.
Alright.
You know that was a ghast. You know there's probably some necromantic magic involved of some sort.
I knew it! That's all Graham says.
Outside of that, not really anything you're gleaming from this encounter.
Hey, should we, Alright, so how do we help the bat? He got bit, was it? Did he get slashed or did he get bit?
Slashed by
Yeah.
claws.
Okay, let's dress that wound.
Alright, if you're going to go about the medically charged route of dressing the wound, that is a medicine roll.
Alright.
Medicine roll.
Magna
Well,
will
they're-
make an attempt.
You make a decent attempt. You're able to properly bandage it, and it's been bandaged. Meanwhile, the paladin is carrying her and knows heal wounds. I'm sorry, I believe it's cure wounds. Yeah, cure wounds.
That doesn't stop paralysis, though.
Yeah.
No, it does not. That is correct.
Can
but
they breathe? They're not talking.
Sorry, would be breathing, yes.
Alright.
Paralysis does not shut down your bodily functions entirely.
Also, there seems to be some necromancy afoot here, kind of like I called out. So, we might want to be ready for fighting a lot more undead abominations.
Cool, undead. Can we help this bat first? I don't know what to do about this though, other than
And I
maybe
think
there's
all we
some-
can do at this point is just wait for it to pass.
Sire, could you give me a wisdom saving throw, please? Oof. Okay. So after a moment, Zaire seems to stand right back up straight and dusts herself off and looks around and just gives a sort of smile and a thumbs up.
Oh, neat. I think.
Zaire,
They talk, right?
they do not talk.
I know Zaire's quiet, but this seems odd even for Zaire.
Just give me 1 second.
Did they? No. They're not. That slash didn't make them mute. Surely not.
Sorry, what?
That slash didn't make them mute. Surely not. Right?
Hey, Zaire, we would like verbal confirmation that you're okay.
I mean, I guess a thumbs up is also okay, but just making sure and all that. But just give like a thumbs sideways.
Hi guys, yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm not worried anymore. Alright, so what was that thing doing in here?
Undoubtedly
Well, as it was
some fiendish plot to overthrow the city.
There ain't even a body for it to eat.
It was an undead body.
Yes. Just stuck in a room. Just
Glad you're not worried. Nothing to worry about.
So they say to the person whose clan also made a point of killing undead. This is like pretty normal for Graham. He feels in his element. Well, the whoever created that gas could have just put them in that room just to kind of keep them out of the way, because
I mean,
maybe
I
they didn't have
guess.
full control over the gas. Maybe they just want to keep it hidden.
I ain't the
Zaire-
expert.
Zaire will interrupt and say, "You guys think we're done here? Mind if I just like head outside to get some air?"
That's fair.
I don't
Take
think
your time.
I think you should probably stick with us for now. Unless you got a really good reason to leave.
I'm just getting some air. No, just some air.
In the middle of this? Like, that's kind of odd, Zaire. You've blown up 2 ships.
So would just someone go with them? Because, I don't know, people get rattled and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm okay. That just hurt me a lot, and I just need a breather.
Crag can go
I
with
will give
them.
Zaire a handsome grin. I totally get you.
Respawn will go out.
Just
with
have
him.
some time. Just have some.
Oh, is this one going with them?
Yeah.
Crag will stay with the party then.
Okay, so who all is going with Zaire?
Be careful with the bear.
Enemy is going with Richmond Desire.
Okay, so Element, Ristforn, and Zaire are all heading out.
No, you
Wait,
stay here.
We don't. Yeah, we only one person needs to go, and I think if anyone's gonna go with Zaire, it should probably be the Paladin. He
Nope,
did get
Ristforn's
attacked by
going.
an undead.
Respawn's got this.
Alright.
So are we sending Ristforn, are you sending Element, or are you sending both?
Respawn's going.
Definitely only one, and if Ristforn's like, I'm going no matter what, then Element stand with the party, I guess.
Respawn's got to keep an eye on his, on his crew. So he's got to make sure Zaire's okay.
Enemy is coming with Respawn just to make sure no hands go missing.
No, you stay with
No.
them because you need to keep them alive.
I am perfectly adept at keeping myself alive. Now, what's behind door number 2?
I don't know, but I guess we'll open it once one of the. I don't want to have half the party missing for.
Fine. I'll stay with the main party.
All right. Once Element returns, Graham will open door.
Hey, Graham, you can command your bunny, right?
I can.
Your invisible bunny, yes.
Yes.
Just follow them. Then we
I'm
don't have to
kinda-
worry about it.
I'm kind of using Snowy to kind of keep an eye on, so we're not like sneaked up on by anything. And besides, as much as I'm sure Risforn is an asshole who doesn't understand some things about people, I'm pretty sure he's not going to do anything crazy or harm Zyre.
I mean, I don't like him, but I guess I got nothing against him personally yet. Anyway, door.
Zyre has made a statement to Ristforn in the chat.
Magna doesn't know about the whole hand cutting thing, does he?
I don't know about the what now?
About Ristforn cutting up the hand of the other otter.
No.
I said, yeah, I said that our character, by the way.
He doesn't know a lot about a lot of things from this party.
Okay. And I mean, he's just gonna stay silent.
Right. Graham opens door.
As you attempt to open the door, you find that there's a sort of magical barrier that stops you. In fact, you could probably see this barrier as you were walking up to the door.
Okay, well then I don't try to open the door. I try to ascertain what's making the barrier.
It's a sort of fairly simple. I believe there's a simple lock spell, but it's just a simple magic barrier spell.
Okay.
It seems to be put.
Aha. A lock, you say?
Yes.
Zyre has cast Earth Tremor at Ristforn, it looks like.
Oh shit.
What the fuck is happening over there?
We don't know because unless we can feel the earth tremor.
Let me look up the spell for Earth Tremor real quick.
Or Snowy would probably be able to hear it if they're
in the room.
Yeah, no, they are in the exact room. Snowy absolutely does see that. Everyone, combat is being initiated again, so please do not move your tokens. Let's see, Earth Tremor. You cast a tremor on the ground within range. Each other creature other than you in the area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone. So, Ristforn, you are knocked prone.
How big is the area?
10 feet.
Yeah.
So Snowy is safe.
If the ground in that area is loose earth or stone, it becomes difficult terrain until cleared. This is technically not loose stone, so it is not difficult terrain. Each 5-foot diameter portion requiring at least 1 minute to clear by hand. But yeah, it is a range of 10 feet, of which Ristforn is in 5. So Ristforn, you were sprung on by a sudden attack from an earth tremor from Zyre, and you are knocked prone. Snowy is able to alert the rest of the party that this random attack has occurred from Zyre. But top of the combat tracker now.
Hey, what the hell?
Graham, you being actually
Graham will shout, "Back to the entrance! Zyre's been possessed." Or at least or at least that's what I think's going on. Either.
all right. Graham, everyone.
Do we re-roll initiative?
Oh, we can keep the current initiative.
All right. So in that case, Graham
Possessed,
shall.
you say?
Yep. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. All right. Graham shall dash down the hallway.
All right, and that is the end of Graham's turn. Snowy's in the room, but Snowy is not a combatant.
Oh, Snowy's not fighting because familiars are not sturdy.
Ristforn, you are currently prone.
He's gonna get up and move in front of the entrance. The hell's gotten into you?
It's okay, I'm fine.
You just attacked me. That's not fine.
Also, doesn't standing up from prone and provoke an attack of opportunity?
No.
I thought it did.
Let me double check that real quick. I don't believe so either, but
I mean, it's like 50-50 on that, because I could be confusing it with Pathfinder, because I know Pathfinder standing up does.
oh, then I'm gonna guess that it doesn't. I can't protect you. He moves out of your reach, so front target can't stand up. You can move as long as you don't go outside the immediate reach. So yeah, no, you can stand from going prone, and technically Rosforn is still within Zyre's reach, so he doesn't trigger attack of opportunity where he's at.
Cool.
Yeah. For future reference, standing up from prone does not attack of opportunity.
That's mostly why I was bringing it up, because I wanted to know.
Alright, Rosforn, are you doing anything else with your turn? I assume not, because you just stood up and moved.
No, he's just blocking the way.
Okay, on to the next person, which is Magna.
Dusty!
It's me.
Yes,
No, it's
your
not.
turn.
It's Magna.
It is
Magna, go!
Fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I have a move speed of 35.
Nice. Do you take the rest of your turn to dash?
Yeah, sure, why not? 5, 6, 7. Oi, you two, what the fuck's going on here? Take my eyes off you for 10 seconds, I swear to God. You gave me a thumbs up!
I have no idea. They just
I was
attacked
talking
me.
to the bat.
And Zyre pretty much knows what to say at this point. Whoop, sorry, I accidentally clicked. You know, Zyre's probably okay. She's probably fine. She keeps saying she is.
I'm pretty sure Zyre is a dude.
I'm sorry, yes, Zyre is a dude. You're right. I'm sorry, I keep mixing the character with the individual player. Okay, Zyre seems to silently cast Gust of Wind. Of which a strength check has been rolled. For Magna versus Zyre, of which he has failed. There's such a line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blast from your direction.
Oh, I need to, do I need to roll strength too? Since I'm in that
Yeah.
kind of
Can
line.
you drag that save onto Graham, please, as well?
I guess those rolls are automatically made.
Yep. Graham, you do succeed. Line of strong. Each creature that starts a turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed back 15 feet, which puts him right in front of Graham.
Ah! Damn it, I brushed my I just brushed my fur.
2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when moving closer to you. So basically,
It takes twice as much movement to move.
For some reason, my speed is 0.
So is mine. I don't know how to
Oh.
fix that though.
the gust of versus the gas and vapor.
The magnifying glass next to your AC.
Graham, your torch does go out as of this as well.
God damn it. Oh well, I can still kind of tell where they're at. So, and I think with that close to the door, we probably have a lot more light in here.
Yeah, there's a sort of line of light, and you can see basically the shadows and the outlines of Rosseforp and Zyre. But other than that, it's you're running towards the light. That's about all you got.
Thank you, Graham.
Alright.
Crag, it is your turn.
Alright, Craig's gonna run up to his teammates and see if he can help.
Yeah, we need to subdue Zyre.
He's gonna cast Ensnaring Strike and try to do a non-lethal blow with the bow, if that's possible.
I think you need specific arrows to do non-lethal damage with I think you need like blunt, but like arrowheads or something like that to do non-lethal with a bow.
You
Yeah.
can't do non-lethal at range.
Also, the spell is ongoing, so
It is. But he didn't really start his turn there. Next round, if he starts his turn within the thing, he's going to be pushed back. But since he wasn't
okay.
caught in the initial casting, it's only if he starts his turn. Otherwise, he's just basically limited to half movement. Though I will go ahead and keep that save for next round. Craig, anything else you do?
Craig just sits there looking confused and asks Graham what he should do.
We gotta push forward and we gotta tackle Zyre to the ground and subdue him.
I mean, I guess
Craig
that's your
nods.
thing. I guess.
There's
Or
nothing Craig can do.
Or you
for
can
now.
knock him out. Whatever. One way or another, he needs to stop moving and trying to do whatever the hell he's trying to do.
So what are you doing?
I'm passing my turn. I don't know what to do.
I mean, you could still shoot him. I mean,
But yeah, I guess. I doubt I'll kill him. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot and snare.
you just can't do it as non-lethal damage.
Just barely hits.
Zyre will grunt in pain and then laugh and say, "Guys, I'm fine."
You are attacking your teammates. You are not fine.
No, everything's okay. This is okay.
No, no, it's not.
A writhing mass of horny vines appear on point of impact, and the target must succeed a strength saving throw.
Okay, was
Or
there
be-
a T in front of that?
What?
I heard something. Something vines. Now did it start with a T or did it start with an H?
Thorny.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I have a cold.
Capital T, capital H, the horn.
Alright, if you got your saving roll for that, just roll it onto Zyre.
Yep, roll your save throw on the Zyre. Right, if you know where the save throw, okay, good, you do. Zyre does not make the save.
And Zyre is basically grappled.
Zyre will take 1d6 damage at the beginning of each round until we get it off.
Oh geez, I didn't realize that continually did damage.
Oh yeah, it does, it's pretty cool. It's pretty good, pretty strong. You guys are about to decimate Zyre.
Please don't kill him, Crag.
Craig says, this is how I stop people from moving.
Okay, well, just don't kill him.
You still need to roll damage for your longbow attack, by the way. You guys are gonna decimate Zyre. I'm just throwing it out
Ouch.
there. It's a big oof. What a time to nearly max roll damage. Oh, who left? Who left? Dusty left. Why did Dusty leave?
Oh no, Dusty imploded.
How dare he? I didn't give him permission.
Alright. I do believe it's Element's turn now.
Element is gonna mutter under his breath. I knew I should have stayed there. He proceeds just to move towards the action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Alright, and you can go ahead and take a dash action, but you can only move 15 feet. But because of everyone in front of you, since you can't end the turn on someone's space, you could move 5 feet.
There we go.
Alright, that does count as a dash. So
Why are
that's
you
the
guys
end
all
of your
so
turn.
concerned? I'm perfectly fine.
Tales of our endeavors proliferate.
Then why are you attacking us?
I just need some air, that's all.
That is not a satisfactory explanation.
No, it's okay because I'm fine.
Oh, you guys are acting weird. She's not acting weird. You're all acting weird.
I have nothing that would help me identify what's going on here.
Oh no, you do not. I don't think anyone does.
I
Why
mean,
don't
I
you
can
do
use
that?
Arcana to probably see if it was a spell or something.
Oh, let me tell you, boy.
Anyways, my turn,
Wrist
so...
form, from your knowledge with spells and all the like, you know that this isn't a spell.
It is or is not.
It is not. This is not a spell at work.
So that is straight up possession then. So let's see, 5.
It
10,
does leave the list of
15.
possibilities rather short, doesn't it?
Fuck it, I'll dash. 5, 10, 15. And that's my turn. So now, Rosseforp, your turn.
Right. I don't know why we haven't been moving around the combat trick, guys, but yeah, to Rosseforp's turn.
He's just gonna keep blocking the exit. He's not gonna attack, Zyre.
All right. Magna, it is your turn. Oh, Graham, you moved at half speed, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
That's
Magna?
why I only moved 30.
Right. Magna, you're able to move at half speed. Well, actually, Graham, did you make a strength saving throw?
Oh, I have to do that at the start of every
Yeah,
turn?
At the start of every turn, I'm sorry. My apologies. I should have done that.
Okay, then, yeah, Zyre, roll your, save thing on me.
If you make it, then you can just go ahead and move up to where you were. Otherwise, you just get pushed back. Ooh. Yeah, unfortunately, you do get pushed back 15.
I don't think I can get pushed back through the players, though.
If it has any rules about that, and you can always normally move through.
But that's like them stepping aside to let me pass kind of thing.
I mean, if you want, I could make them roll a strength saving throw to help you stand against the wind, and if they fail, you would all go prone.
I mean, that's up to you. I'm just saying. I think I would basically like slam into these guys and stop.
Zyre,
If
as
they
he's
don't
blowing Graham away, will just laugh and say, "You need
That's-
some air too."
That does usually mean a 1d6 damage to the two people that were hit.
I will go ahead and I will leave the option of both Craig and Elman. Either of you can attempt to Also make a sort of throw here at a higher DC. If you fail, you will both take damage and go prone, or you can just let Graham be blown back behind the two of you.
A strength check?
Yes, it'll be a strength check.
Craig
Alright.
can't pass that. That's not going to happen.
So,
Element, can you pass something like?
what?
I'd hope the paladin could have a decent strength score.
Nope.
I
I guess I get pushed further back, do I?
what just happened? Something was rolled.
Magna rolled a strength score. A strength
Magna,
roll.
yeah, you will likewise be pushed back 15 feet. But first, I need to know whether or not, Elman, are you going to let Graham get blown back 15 feet? Or are you going to try and stop him at a high strength DC with a risk of you both going prone and taking damage? Okay. You did not make the DC. That is the... I said I made the DC slightly higher. If that was the normal DC, you would have made it. You did not make the higher DC, so Graham and Elman, you're basically on the same tile now, prone on top of each other, and you both take 1d6 damage.
Okay.
Sire will laugh. You all fell
Ro-
over.
roll the d6 on us.
Don't think that there's an actual damage for it, so I'm just rolling a d6 to roll the damage as necessary. You take 3. You both take 3 damage. That's all you take.
Okay.
But you are both prone now.
Ow.
I knew I should have stayed there.
So
What
Craig,
happens with Magna?
Magna failed his save. Craig, I will give you the opportunity to either let him pass or try to save him just as before.
Craig is gonna step aside.
Okay.
Craig will try to help.
Craig tries to help. Craig fails. You both end up prone on the same spot. And both take 1d6 damage. I'll roll the d6. I will state if
Wait,
you
is
had...
that gust spell a concentration spell? Because getting shot should he should have to
I don't...
doesn't he have to roll something for that?
Let me double check that. It is instantaneous. What? No, that's his Earth Tremor. I'm looking at Earth Tremor, sorry. Gust of Wind. Gust of Wind is a concentration up to 1 minute. Okay, so rewind all of this.
Doesn't getting shot affect whether or not you can keep a concentration spell up?
Yeah, that you need to make a roll to maintain concentration.
Alright, so we might... Alright.
What is the concentration roll? Does anyone know? Because that is something I've
Unsave.
never had to deal with before.
It's a con save versus either the amount of damage that you took or 10, whichever is higher.
Okay, gotcha.
So that would be 12. Oh, he just makes it. So yeah, all this still
That just
happened.
makes it- all this still happens. Which is beautiful because I love what's going down. I will state, Craig, if you had not attempted to help them, everyone would have taken 1d6 damage again because he would have landed right on top of their square.
Fuck. I'm so light.
Okay, so let's see. I rolled a 4, so Craig and Magna both take 4 damage. Where's Magna? There's Magna. This is the first damage you guys have taken all dungeon. Of course, you've only gone across one enemy.
So now what then?
How fast can I crawl on the ground?
I believe that's half speed? And now it's a quarter speed because you're going down a wind tunnel.
I don't know. I think it would be easier to walk down like flat against the ground than standing straight up.
Debatably? I mean, you are...
I mean, I could still see it still only being half speed, but like without the risk of being like blown backwards.
I would go ahead. I'll give you advantage on your strength check, but you would have to move at quarter speed. Because you're both crawling and going against the wind. So there's less of a chance of being blown straight backwards. Of course, Rosseforp could probably just stop this whole thing by trying to break her concentration, but like he's just standing there. Like I don't tell him what to do with his life, but he's just standing there.
All right.
No, he's
okay,
stopping
so-
her from leaving.
I mean,
But
yes, this is true.
He's not exactly going to be attacking a teammate.
That's very self-conscious of him for someone who chopped up.
Well, I don't think I can do anything much.
He
So I'm
did
just
it
gonna
to somebody who wasn't a team member.
Rosseforp only values the team. Alright, Zaire, it's your turn again. You're whipping ass.
Cram is gonna be like, just yell, just tackle him to the ground for Pete's sake.
Zaire, yeah, you need
I
to get
don't-
check.
It
Oh.
needs to take a 1d6 from my account.
Yeah, you need to make a check to see if you're still planted in place, right? There's a check
Yeah.
for that too,
What do I
right?
roll?
Strength.
Or you could just drag the safe back onto him.
Oh yeah. I'll do that.
What's the DC on it? We can just keep this.
13.
Yeah, he makes it. So you are no longer you are no longer grounded, but you do take that 1d6 damage regardless, I think. So I'll just get that.
Which would mean
Literally
a
one
new
damage.
which would mean a new concentration
Oh, yeah.
check.
Yep. No, we do need another concentration check. DC 10.
Oh, I was casting a different concentration spell.
Oh, that means the gust ends then.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So we actually
Yeah.
don't need that concentration check then. The gust ends. Everyone is still prone though.
As soon as Zaire goes to cast a new spell, Rosseforp is casting counter spell.
Okay. I believe there is a roll off for that, isn't there?
Unless if the spell is of 3rd level or lower, then no, there's no roll. There's no way to stop the counter spell from interrupting.
I don't think you guys have above 3rd level spells.
We do not.
So, yeah. Let me just. I'm just gonna double check that real quick. Instantaneous. Your spell creates a. In the process of casting a spell. Creature casts a spell 3rd level or lower. Its spell fails and has no effect. Yep. Okay. 4th level or higher. Then yeah, you gotta be 4th level or higher. So you're right. You're correct. Just double checking. Okay. So Zaire, that spell instantly fails. You still can move and.
I'm going to attack with my swashbuckler.
You would not be able to attack.
Yeah, because you still.
That was
tried
your
to cast a
action.
spell.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it would be an action. So bonus action or movement. My apologies.
All right, then I'll end.
Craig, you're kind of ouchy, but the wind stopped.
Craig gets up, trying to think of what else to do.
Okay, you stand up. That's your main action. You're allowed a movement and a minor action.
Craig's gonna start running towards.
All right, you may move your full speed.
Alright,
And unless you have a minor action, that is the end of your turn.
I'm done.
Bada bing. I said bada bing. There we go. Elman, same story as last. You're able to pick yourself up. There's no more wind.
Basically, gonna do the same as Craig.
All right,
Just
go ahead. Bada bing. Guy's not here. Citier's not here. Graham, same story.
Is
Everyone's
there
picking themselves up?
is there a charge action or something in 5th
You-
edition?
I mean, you can't charge from prone.
Well, I mean, I'll get up obviously, so that's half of my first movement speed. So.
No, that's your action. Is an
Ah.
action
So
is
getting
not
up from prone is a half your movement.
Yeah.
Oh, it's half your movement?
Yeah, you're thinking of Pathfinder getting up.
Damn. Okay.
Also, charge is only something that certain creatures can use.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Alright, so 5, 10, 15. Alright, and now.
And now you can do dash action.
Alright, I'm here now.
Alright, yeah. Okay. Everyone's here. It's like Smash Bros. Back to the turn of Rosseforp. I wasn't expecting this to go on this long.
All right. It's time.
It's time. Oh, it's time.
How many times can you cast Magic Missile?
A lot. Okay.
And I cast it at second level.
Gotcha. You have done enough damage that Zyre falls over and faints. Zyre is going to need a Constitution saving throw. Alright, first Constitution check for death saving throw is a success.
No,
Once
it's
you-
a specific death saving throw.
Oh, is there? I thought it was Constitution.
To the right of your hit dice on your character sheet, it's just a straight D20 roll.
I did it. There you go.
So then it is, first one has failed. Almost spectacularly.
Well, now we should be out of combat, so...
You would be, except the thing that was possessing Zyre is now there, as it leaves Zyre's body behind.
Well, Rosseforp is still gonna step forward quickly and stabilize Zyre. Not bring him up, just stabilize.
Yep, just stabilize so that they don't need to make the death saving throws. I believe that is enough to stabilize as well.
Okay, now we got something to fight.
Yes! Magna, it is your turn. You are currently prone, but able to get up at half your movement speed. You're able to finish the rest of your movement speed, take an action, a dash, or do whatever you want.
Magna.
Magna!
Combat's still going?
Yeah, no, it is.
Alright.
You're prone, you gotta get up, you
Let's
gotta move.
see. I can't really get very far because I can't stop on an allied space, so I guess I'll go here.
You can take
Also-
the dash action to get inside. Because you would get up at half movement speed, you'd move the rest of your movement, which I would go ahead and give you 4 spaces
Yeah,
for.
I mean,
And you can-
that would be my dash.
What? What?
No, the gust of wind that was slowing us down isn't here anymore.
Yeah, no.
I got up from prone.
Yeah, it's half
just
your
half
movement
movement
speed.
speed.
So
So
you have
even after doing
35,
that,
so you'd have at least 15.
I'm being generous and saying you get 4, and then you can go ahead and after that use a dash action to get inside. So basically, you've got 11 spaces of movement from where you
Oh,
start.
well then. I guess I was here. 1, 2,
Approximately.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, how about that? I'm a fucking ghost.
You're not a ghost. She's a ghost.
It looks like a ghost.
It is a ghost. I'm saying you're not a ghost. She's a ghost. You called
Yeah,
yourself
I
a
said,
ghost.
Look,
You
I'm a
silly.
fucking ghost. So, why don't we just let it out? They wanted to go outside, right?
I don't know about that.
It seems to have ill intentions. Just throw it out there.
We're not letting something like this out into the city.
It did just possess your friend and make it attack you.
I mean, I guess. Maybe we antagonized it just a teensy bit. Ah well, I'ma slash it. Morality be damned.
Fair enough.
I'm curious what would
I
have
missed.
happened if no one had come with me.
And once more.
You'd be dead.
No, she wouldn't be dead, but some stuff would have gone down.
Those ain't magical or nothing, so...
Okay, so let's see. That is a hit on the ghost. Let me just make sure the ghost isn't resistant to this type of. Actually, if it's resistant, it would be. Yeah.
I think ghosts are pretty much resistant to everything that's not magical.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. Though, those resistances automatically apply, right?
Yes, if they have resistance, it should automatically apply.
Okay. Doesn't it like half the damage if it's resisted?
Yeah.
Because it rolled 1d4 plus 4, and it took the full roll of his damage and applied it.
Did you use the one from the book?
Yes. It's, should be from PBH.
The player's handbook would not have a ghost.
Let me just hold on, double check and see where I got this ghost from. Ghost. Enter. It was either from Rise of Titmat or the D&D Monster Manual. I think I took the one from the Monster Manual.
Makes sense.
One moment.
Either way, I think it takes 4 damage.
Yes, it would. It should take 4 damage. See, the thing is, I can see the resistances like in its effects. I can see it's immune to cold, necrotic, poison, all this other crap.
The only thing I can think of is because like my +1 sword counts as a magic weapon, and thus it wouldn't be affected by that DR.
Magna used his claws.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, I don't think Fantasy Grounds is like capable of saying, okay, I know that this weapon here is magical compared to this one.
No, yeah, it is.
Nice.
Basic Grounds is amazing, and it is. But nonetheless,
It's just randomly this isn't working for some reason.
Yeah.
It might be that they accidentally broke something with one of the updates recently.
It's possible, I suppose. Okay.
So guys, if you attack it with something that it should be resistant to, just go up to the plus minus in the upper right and hit that half button for the damage.
I'm gonna go ahead and say now I'm almost certain it's resistant to everything. And there
Not
are some
quite.
things it's immune to. It is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and magic. Lightning, thunder, acid, fire.
Unless it's
immune.
magic.
Yeah.
And
Is that what that
it's
means?
resistant to many types of magic, but not force.
Yes, that's true, actually.
Which means, magic missile does full damage.
So does Eldritch Blast.
Go for it. Yeah. On your turn, which I believe it is now, Magna's turn has passed. He's took 2 swings, missed 1, hit 1. Now it is time for the ghost. At which point it's going to go ahead and it's going to do. Is going to begin to do something that is quite terrifying, and is going to be a wisdom saving throw from everyone that I will drag onto each of you individually. That's a fail. That is a success. Of course, Graham succeeds the wisdom saving throw because he's scarred for life. That is a failure. That is a big fail. Guys. Okay, so the only people to succeed on this are Graham and Elliman, but otherwise the ghost makes a horrifying visage of itself, as it seems pretty pissed that you knocked out your friend just to let it, not get away. And it's unnerving. It is very unnerving as you see its face take forms that it should not. But Graham is just used to this kind of thing, and kind of so is Elliman, being a freaking paladin. Surprisingly. So, 3 of you are frightened. 2 of you, absolutely not. And the 2 of you that aren't are the most fitting for it. And that is the end of its turn.
Grows just be like,
is-
shut up!
Zaire continues to be unconscious until someone gives him some HP. Craig, you have nearly pissed yourself, but this thing still stands in front of you and needs to be taken down.
I think if you're frightened, don't you have to run away?
I think Frighten has a different effect.
Yeah, frightened doesn't necessarily mean running away.
I know. I think there's one that's like you have to run, and another one where it just like kind of debuffs you.
Here, let me pull up my thing here. Frightened. Whoop! I didn't mean to. Whoop! I just keep adding Frightened on to Craig. Craig, you're especially scared today.
He is the frightened.
I thought these.
Frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear, but it doesn't say they run away.
Okay.
We just can't move closer, and we have disadvantage on attacks.
Even with a disadvantage attack, Craig is popping off, and he absolutely shoots that bow to hit the ghost. Go ahead and roll me damage, but do me a favor and don't roll it on them. I'm just going to apply it manually.
There's the modifier button to do half.
Why did you? Oh, did you attack twice?
No.
You rolled the attack again.
Oh, sorry.
I need to roll damage.
And also, there's a plus and minus thing on the. Oh, wait, you don't need it because it's magic.
Is it magic?
Yes. Firebolt is magic.
Yeah, but it's resistant to fire.
It is actually resistant to fire. So I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna round that up to 5. Damage has been done.
You're supposed to round up for the damage when it gets halved.
I'm being nice.
I'm saying, like, it's not nice. That's what you're supposed to do. You're doing what you're supposed to do.
I'm here and I'm being a GM. I'm being nice. I could just not show up today and you wouldn't have this wonderful adventure that I have where Zaire gets to take a nice nap by force.
Who needs Ambien when you have Ghost?
Elliman, it is your turn, good sir. You see a ghost. You've dealt with ghosts before, most likely. Well, clerics tend to deal with ghosts more often than not. You just happen to slap around the bad ones. Nonetheless, there's a ghost here. You've dealt with these.
Enemy is gonna ready up serious might.
Ooh, he's getting serious with the smite.
Then,
Did
then
you,
he's,
are you double smited right now?
am I?
You've already got the.
Yes, you got you got 2 smites on you.
Is
Oh,
that? Zing,
Okay.
Can you double smite?
First off, no, you cannot.
Okay.
Secondly,
That must have been a
what kind of
leftover
smite
from
are you using?
Hearing smite.
First off, use your regular smite.
I don't have regular smite.
You are a paladin. You have regular smite. That is a that is part
it's
of
in
your
your
class.
It's going to be in your abilities. You've got divine smite in your abilities. It's not a spell.
It uses a spell slot, but it is not itself a spell. And divine smite is radiant damage plus it's 1d6 instead of only 1d8 instead of only 1d6. Sorry, it's 2d8 for a first level spell slot.
Yeah, you have steering smite, which is different.
Yeah, that's a different spell altogether.
Yeah, I don't have divine smite in my actions. How do I go about doing that then?
First off, you need to move closer to him. You don't ready it, you get to decide whether you're using a divine smite after you make your attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just something you need to be knowledgeable of that you have. It is in your features. Make sure you go through your features and you check all the stuff you have because you have more than just spells and slap attacks.
Okay.
But not right now. I'm guessing you're going to attack and then try to do a smite, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack. Anytime you're ready. So, should be under your actions tab. With the weapon of your choice.
You make your normal attack.
Yep.
Element, are you even
you
there?
Okay? Element?
Sorry, I tried to do the dice and it wasn't working. There we go.
Okay, there you go. Okay, that hits.
And I'll do a divine smite against it.
Okay, so
Okay, now roll your damage in the chat. Element.
Technical difficulties.
That's not an attack. That's not a damage roll.
Where's... We need your weapon damage.
Yep.
You attacked with a javelin. So we need your javelin damage roll.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
So, Gold King, ignore that 4 because that was from the spell that he accidentally put on himself.
Yep, I could tell. He rolled minimum damage. So now you are you casting this at first or second level?
Second level.
Okay, so
Then 3d8.
3d8.
And the 3d8 will do full damage.
Yes, it will, because that is smite. That is radiant damage, and I do not believe they're resistant to radiant.
No. And if they're weak against it, then it does double damage.
It doesn't state weakness.
The D8 is the one right next to the D6, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see it listing any weaknesses, actually, for the ghost in particular, which is weird, because I would have thought it would be for
You can...
radiant. Elman, you know you can roll 3 at a time, right? There you go. That's a good boy. Okay, so it's 3 plus 13, so that's 16 damage. And ever a good time to have a paladin is when there's lots of undead around. So I'll put it up to that number. Damage has been applied.
All right. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay, just try to familiarize yourself with your character sheet. You should know it by now.
All right.
Now go ahead and also hit the combat tracker to pass the turn. When you're done. There you go. Okay. I was getting worried.
Since I can't cast a ranged spell while in melee without getting an attack of well, I'm gonna get an attack of opportunity either way, so I guess I might as well just cast it.
What are you casting?
Actually, I'll take the chance at an attack of opportunity. I'll move here, and then I'll cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, let me get the attack of opportunity on you first, just in case it kills you.
I hope not, because that would be very overpowered.
I'm gonna do this again. Let's see. It doesn't have many attacks. It's just got the one. Whoa! But that one does some damage. Holy shit!
Were you not looking at these
well,
things?
luckily it missed.
Yay! That's what I was hoping for.
I mean, it said it was in your combat rating, so I'm just using the stuff that I need to balance out these encounters, and it said this thing was balanced for this encounter.
Alright, so now attack roll.
So yeah, it missed. You do hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I do believe I have 2 blasts at the level that we're at.
It is level 5.
Yes, 2 beams at 5th level. So
Okay. Go ahead
so I
and
need to
your
roll another attack on it.
Yes, you do. That is correct. Go ahead and slappy the pappy. Rapid fire. Okay, both of them hit. Roll me damage for both of them. Good damage. Not so good damage. Yeah, you seem to blast it twice, and it almost seems to slam up against the wall, which is weird for a ghost because ghosts shouldn't be able to slam up against walls. Nonetheless, it seems to seriously be feeling that damage.
Alright, and then pass turns. No, he's not doing anything. Rosseforp.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay,
You also get an attack of opportunity because that's a ranged spell in melee range.
This is true. It will do one last attack, at least, or attempt to do so, as its dying breath, as it is going to die from this. Unless it can somehow slap him down before he gets it off, but I don't think that's gonna happen. God damn it! I'm just gonna move it to its turn again because that's just easier than figuring out this freaking sheet. Close. Why are you not? Obey me. There we go. Ignore everything I've just said, guys. Don't worry. Rosseforp, do you want to add insult to injury and give it a critical fumble, or do you just want to kill it?
Just kill it.
Okay.
But with extra flair.
Right, just as the last enemy that you killed with your magic missile, though this one, instead of turning to dust and falling into ashes, it seems to just disintegrate and spread out as though it turns into a light blue phase of
Also,
gas.
I don't take an attack of opportunity when casting a ranged spell. It's just that I cast it with a disadvantage.
Really?
And
why are you feeding me all this false?
No, I'm positive that
You are wrong.
That was because whenever I was looking up the green flame blade, I could have sworn that it was that there was an attack of opportunity if you used any kind of ranged attack within
There
melee
is a
range.
particular feat that allows you to make an attack of opportunity against a caster if they're attacking if they're casting in melee.
When you make a ranged
But-
attack with a weapon, a spell, or some other means, you have disadvantage on that attack roll if you're within 5 other feet of the hostile creature who can see you, who isn't incapacitated. It's only disadvantage. You are correct.
Okay.
And, magic missile ignores disadvantage.
That it does.
Okay.
All right.
Combat finally over?
Combat is finally over.
All right.
Great.
So
For
who
now.
wants to
Element,
drag,
you want to get
Zaire
him back up.
I can go
Wow.
ahead and remove these effects for you guys. You guys have all overcome your fears. Probably, maybe. Some of you might be scarred for life. Who knows?
Crag is scarred for life.
Welcome to the club, Crag. Graham will pat you on the back.
Does Zaire have any idea what just happened?
Let me double check. Actually, I need to pull up the ghost again. I need to see if you actually remember stuff or not. Let's see. Possession 1 humanoid that ghost can see you, and 5 must succeed that saving throw or be possessed. The ghost then disappears, and target's capacity lose control of his body. Ghost now controls the body, but doesn't deprive the target of awareness. No, you know everything that just happened.
Welcome back to the land of the living, Zaire.
I am so sorry for what just happened.
It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Sorry for knocking you out.
No, it's fine. I didn't want that thing inside of me.
Yeah, now I'm thinking you should probably get some medical attention because you're not looking so hot still.
He says with an arrow still inside of her. The arrow has very elegantly carved into the side of it, Crag. But the K is backwards.
Poor Crag.
Zaire will look down on it and just say, "Who puts their names on their arrows?"
I need to know which ones I need to retrieve. I won't pull that arrow out until a doctor sees it, though.
That is just the kind of Crag thing I could see actually being done.
This is why I made it a thing.
I have to know which arrows are mine.
Crag's underwear has his name on the tag. Just in case.
What?
Right.
Why does it matter which arrows are yours?
Because they're my arrows.
Perfect logic. 10 out of 10. Woo!
You have to remember you're talking with a Knoll.
But if there's other arrows, why not just take those two?
I do take those and then I put my name on them. Then they become my arrows.
Okay.
Sounds reasonable.
Alright, so Zaire definitely needs more healing.
Yes, please.
Okay, I can cast Cure Wounds again. I'm here.
You can cast as many times as you got spell slots for it.
Hopefully you roll higher than a 1.
I can't help it. My healing seems to be fumbling at the moment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Zaire's still pretty much dead at this point.
Somebody needs to take him to a doctor.
But you know what they need? A kiss from a prince. All right, Graham, go to it.
Graham just leaves.
A kiss.
Not into dudes with beards.
What about dudes without beards?
You have a goatee and a mustache. No, thank you.
I do not have a goatee.
Yes, you do. Your swashbuckler sword gave you that mustache,
I'm
and you had a
Graham.
goatee before.
You're talking to Craig right now.
Oh no!
Moriarty's gonna be awful disappointed once he hears about this one.
Moriarty rubs all his face scruff.
Craig is just averagely fuzzy all.
Craig is adorable.
Alright. So I guess now the question is, do we send Zyre out to go get fixed up himself, or do we continue on?
Yeah, it's a good idea, guys. Give Sire some air.
Somebody should go with him, so make sure he doesn't collapse on the way there.
I will
Craig says,
go.
"I'll go." Craig says he's scared of this place. He wants to go.
All right, I will trust you on this. They're gonna need me if we're dealing with ghosts.
I thought Craig would have wanted to leave just because his arrow is in Zyre.
I'll get the arrow when the doctor's done. So what is the plan?
I guess it depends on how many spell slots our paladin wants to use on healing, and he has not been doing super great on that front.
Yes, I shouldn't try again. Probably.
I mean, I'm fine with going to seek medical
Also, you should
attention.
re-roll that second one because you didn't roll it onto Zyre.
If they begin.
Yeah, you didn't. You only rolled. You didn't.
Yeah, you
apply
rolled it in the
design.
chat.
You gotta apply it to. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Maybe you should go with Zyre. You've rolled 3 ones in a row.
Who broke the paladin?
Probably Risforn.
Damn it, Rishborn.
He is proud of this fact.
Yeah, after fumbling his healing so much, Enemy pretty much just resigned himself and decided that he will go to.
No, we're fighting necromancers and undead. I don't care how bad you're rolling, as long as you have spell slots for smite, you're coming with us.
All right. And that was 2 spell slots and 1 of.
Does Crag have any magic weapons of any kind
Staff
outside
of
of
Bears?
magic?
Staff of Bears.
I would say maybe Crag out of everyone would be the best person to like go with Zyre. And hopefully they can get healed up quick enough that they can rejoin us.
Well, I guess the rest of us are gonna continue then. We do have just today to do the job, after all. We can't take care of this place in one day. Our world-saving track record ain't gonna look very good.
To be fair, we could potentially, to offer you guys an option, take a short rest to restore hit dice. And that would only take 8 hours. Well, not 8 hours. It would take an hour out of your day.
Yeah, we just rest here, take a short rest, and we recover health that way.
Alright.
How about the rest of us do that?
Zyre can get back up to full potentially.
Yeah,
or at least close
basically
enough.
just helping Zyre. You don't need to use. You can take a short rest and not use your hit dice.
Yeah.
You use as many hit dice as you want when you take a short rest.
Yep, but you only get half of you only get half your hit dice, your maximum hit dice back after a long rest. So you want to try to not use over half of them unless you really have to.
Yeah. So are you taking a short rest? It looks like Rosseforp is at least.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So everyone, feel free to go ahead and roll your hit dice for as many times as you want, for as much as you want,
Sorry,
for your short rest.
where are the hit dice? This is the first time I've done that.
So it's literally in the front of your character sheet.
I
on your-
rolled a 1 on healing myself.
Oh
You know
Oh
God.
my
what? Fuck it,
god.
I
You
I
can
might as-
spend as
I might
many
as
as you want, though.
I have seen so many ones rolling with hit dice recovery. I'm gonna go ahead. If someone rolls one more one, as far as recovery goes, I'm making it an instant max because this is ridiculous. I'm being nice, especially after that freaking ghost
Okay.
did as much damage as it did. Hey, Element, you get max.
But I was only damaged by 3.
Well, you're back up to full.
Yeah, it's like
Man.
I just said fuck it. I'm I'm missing 3 health and I can afford to lose 1 hit dice.
Yeah, you would have recovered it one way or another, Graham.
was this my 4th one in a row?
Yeah, it was.
I'm so glad these weren't combat dices though.
Is Element possessed now?
Maybe.
That's possessed by that RNG.
Element is possessed by the middle finger of RN Jesus.
This is not incorrect. All right. I will state we've got about half an hour left, and there is still a bit of dungeon left to go. I assume you guys want to continue.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Alright, so we can't do anything
Uh,
about this one door here.
During your 1 hour rest, the entire crypt seems to rumble, and the front door does shut behind you, closing up all of your light sources.
God damn it. Well, I light up my torch again.
Crag cast dancing light.
Greg casts concentration spell. Graham takes out torch.
Crag makes his dancing lights into a bear.
Is it Ursus Major or Ursus Minor?
I can make up to a medium-sized creature with my lights.
So it's a
So-
miniature bear.
Yes.
He takes his toy bear out. He makes lights around it, and then he's like, "Toy bear." Because Craig has a toy bear. Craig has so many bear things. Yeah, that's
do
right.
a scree.
Zaire,
Just as-
your echolocation reveals all the way around, and you know that there's a little cavern at the end of the cave down where Graham is headed. But everything else is doors, so it kind of stops it.
Cool.
But there is a little extra cavern right at the end of the hall where Graham's at.
Luckily, Snowy can also see in the goddamn dark.
Nice for Snowy.
I know.
Crag's miniature light bear is walking beside him. Crag misses Kai.
I bet. I try this door.
Okay, you open the door. It's stone. It's heavy. And as you slide it open, you find a fairly empty room that has a chest in it.
I don't feel right about looting a crypt. Graham continues on,
All right.
assuming that's the only thing in that room.
That's as far as you can see.
Alright, Graham will come over here and peek his head in so he can see everything.
You want to roll a perception check?
Alright.
All right, you notice that the room is much like the rest of the place. It's got very nice stone walls, and a lot of the walls in here actually do have a bit of fancy decoration to them. It's notable that this crypt was, no expenses spared. The only thing that really stands out is, they're kind of the floors. Floors could have been better, but other than that,
So I mean, I guess it is a floor, and
yeah.
I,
Anywho, as you look around, you notice the chest. You don't think that the chest is locked.
yeah, Graham isn't into looting crypts.
I'm just telling you what your perception check is.
Oh, I know.
about.
Graham will just be like, okay, well, I'm gonna move on because I don't think I want to steal from the dead.
All right. Does anyone else have less of a moral conduct?
Crag looks tempted, but is trying to be a better person, so follows Graham. He looks like he's hurting his own soul walking out.
Crag continues past without looting.
Also, there's a paladin here.
Yeah, I'm right behind him. Element gives Crag a thumbs up.
Does anyone else have such moral ambiguity? Oh no. Surprising absolutely no one. Rosseforp walks into the room and seems contemplative.
I doubt there's anything of value in there.
Okay.
Graham shall continue on.
I suppose we'll leave it to the pirate if he decides to look into the chest or not.
Well, there's also the fact that, there's probably traps in there, and he doesn't want to deal with that.
They told you that none of the traps in this place would be set yet.
Yeah, there's a necromancer here, and that chest could also be like a fucking mimic or something.
Well, Rosseforp already has a mimic.
Whatever happened to our mimic?
Yes, he has a specifically trained pet mimic.
This is true.
Whatever happened to our mimic, actually? Where is it?
As far as I know, it's still on the ship.
Yep. He didn't want to risk it.
Fair enough.
Dusty? Is Dusty here? Is Dusty alive?
No.
We always lose
Dusty?
Dusty.
Yeah,
Yes,
Dusty has kind of imploded a lot this session.
Yes, I have.
Okay, Dusty. You, the pirate, so far are the last person in this group to have an opportunity to check this chest in this room, as everyone else has taken the moral high ground, or simply not believed it to have anything good in it. What are you doing? Dusty.
Yes, hello.
Yes,
Also
hi.
Magna.
Dusty, Magna, whatever. Dusty seems to be the thing you respond to.
I respond to both, technically.
Okay, Magna. You, as the final member walking through this corridor,
Alright.
take a note of this room to the side that has a chest in it. You have the opportunity to check the chest, and no one else has. I'm giving you, as the pirate, the final person to have the opportunity to raid from the dead. Do you do it? Yes or no?
How much were we getting paid for this?
That was never determined.
Yet to be determined, you say.
Yes.
Yes, but it was
How
also
many
the
people
Lord Regent, the person who your captain takes orders from, who asked us to clear this place out.
And he did state that he would compensate you all if you could bring back proof of resistance.
Hard to do since they're ghosts and turn into ash.
Yes, but their leader is probably flesh and blood necromancer.
I'll have to make. What would I have to roll to think? What would Ward do?
History.
Insight?
Maybe? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
insight. Yeah, insight would be the best one.
Insight or
Insight
just
it is.
or just a pure wisdom roll, I believe. If you don't have insight.
What would Ward do?
Given that this is Elrond soil, probably he would be respectful of it. This is an Elrond soldier. This is the crypt of an Elrond soldier that passed away, and
Fair
as
enough.
such,
We only dislike fortitude. I
Yeah.
guess I'll pass.
Ward himself sees himself as an Elrond soldier and the king of the sky. So, he himself would absolutely respect this place.
Very well then. The dead
Okay.
are respected today.
Today. All right, Graham, as you
For
round-
now.
as you round the corner, you see another hallway with a set of doors.
So many goddamn doors. I come to this place. You know what? I'm actually going to check this door. Is this door locked magically too? This top one?
That door is locked magically too. Do you touch it or do anything with it?
If it's locked magically, I am not going to because I can't do anything about it currently. So I open this door over here for now.
All right. As you open this door, you find yourself looking into a room full of these sort of weird, how to describe them? They're almost like upright standing coffins, but they're not, not quite.
Like a sarcophagus kind of thing?
Yeah, sort of. These sort of stone structures, so to speak. And I assume you would move inside. Give me 1 second here. I need to make sure. Okay, I don't think these are okay.
And Graham is looking for anything kind of magical, and so like if there's any undead hiding or shit like that.
Okay, well you see these sort of like stone sections that as you walk inside you notice are full of bones. As you notice that they're full of bones though, the bones start to rattle and start to pull themselves together into forms. And as they do so, a good many of them seem to just pop out of their little sarcophagus type thingies.
How would I even see the bones if this is like a stone structure containing them?
It's like it. See, because I can see that there's like a little opening. Like you see that sort of like brown rectangle part. That's sort of like an opening.
Isn't that the door to the thing?
I don't think that's a door. I don't know. I didn't have a proper description on these things, so I just kind of assumed that they were like sort of a place that bones were put.
I mean, it kind of sounds like it's literally like a standing sarcophagus, and that just happens to be the door. Like like the lid or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, then the doors kick open.
Okay.
Except for one. The one that is actually in front of you. As you notice that one rattling and forming up, you actually see it burst open.
Like the thing, like the sarcophagus thing explodes?
Not quite explodes, but more is forced off of its hinges and kind of just falls apart. Revealing this guy.
Motherfucker!
And otherwise, the rest are just skeletons that are coming up. Being the Rat League boys. You did notice that this guy was apparently so big that they actually used the other sarcophagus to hold him. And some of the bones kind of had to fly across to him.
What the hell kind of person was this? What kind of... Seriously, like, he's a fucking large creature.
You can take note that he was a bull. He's got big old horns.
Yes, but I mean that's still very large for a like humanoid.
You've seen some people who could reach this size easily.
Like who?
Bovines, bulls, larger cats. There are creature races, especially within our little furry verse here, that could easily be of large size. Heck, there are even in normal D&D. There are things like freaking. What am I thinking of? There are humanoids in D&D as well. They're like large, like centaurs. Centaurs are normal people, but they're large.
They're not normal people. They have an entire horse for like their waist down.
Okay, you're just being ignorant at this point.
Okay, I'm guessing combat is starting.
Yeah, no, they don't seem too friendly. Gonna need a new initiative roll.
I swear if I get another
For the
one.
love of God, please don't whiff.
Though this may be debatably a good time to leave off because we're 10 minutes to our ending time.
Oh my god.
Wrong person.
I just
I'd
need to roll.
Good time for ending.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead. We'll save these initiative rolls for next week.
I went from 4 ones to a 20. It's too bad it was just initiative.
Man, that is like literally the worst luck because you don't get anything for initiative on a net 20. You just get to go first.
Yep.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I would really like to go before any of these guys.
No, just remember that players can't hold their actions. I doubt they're going to hold their actions, but
That doesn't make me go before them.
Yeah, you're right.
That makes me go after them.
Let's see. You rolled a 17. Just since we got like another little few minutes, I'll let you know where you're placing here.
Yeah, you might put them on the combat tracker.
Yep.
Do
okay,
it.
Let's
Do
see.
it.
Yep. I'm doing it.
Do it and your
There are-
transformation to the
there-
dark side will be complete.
There are 2 that go before you, but they are the smaller guys, not the bigger guy. The bigger guy seems to be slow as shoot.
That's all I need.
In fact, the biggest guy is going last. He's that slow. He's one of those like really big, really slow fellas. He's probably gonna hit you pretty hard. He's probably gonna slap you. He's gonna slap
I have
you real hard.
spells for these big guys.
He gonna slap you.
I
Alright,
wonder if I wonder if my curse would work on the undead.
Depends. Is it poison?
No. The curse says it affects a living creature, and I'm not sure.
These are not living. These are objectively not living.
I would say we looked that up.
These are literally skeletons.
Yeah, but they still have a life force to them to animate them, which is kind of where the is coming in at.
I feel like if you need to give a living effect to anything, it cannot be classified as undead. But if the rules state otherwise, I'll go with it. But like that to me does not make sense at all. If you need something to be living and it is undead, undead is not living. Not in my book, anyways.
I'm reading the thing again just to double check and.
I'm not seeing this put in. I'm not seeing any information on this.
If there's no information, then my personal ruling is undead is not living.
Actually, I'm not
that's what we're going with.
I'm not actually saying it say that it has to be living. I could, like I said, I could have confused that from something else.
Okay, we're establishing this for all future. But yeah, we're getting into off topic and it's about to end time, so let's
That's the perfect time. That's the
Yes.
perfect time to get into off-topic shit. Is whenever you're not. In the
Okay,
middle of-
everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening for Tales of Miraleth Dungeons and Dragons. We will be back next week with more. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It's because of you guys that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. Do check out our website, zgfgaming.com, as well as the description down below, where we've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, and Patreon. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining. I'll be back tomorrow with Borderlands 3, and I hope to see you all there. I bid you all a very fond adieu.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, we're gonna go grab some air.
I can't believe it. I made an actually good combat event for once.